table with her legs like Betty Grable. She's the turkey of 29 pounds. Oh, gobble, gobble, the turkey of 29 pounds.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Guys Night Lab. I'm Jesus, and welcome to another edition of Thankful for Thanksgiving. Today we're going to be talking about a show that I like. It's called The 70s Show, and their episode is titled Thanksgiving, Season 1, Episode 9. If you don't know anything about The 70s Show, it has to do with a kid named Eric Foreman and his friends kind of growing up in the 70s, Michael Keslow, Stephen Hyde, Jackie, Donna, Feds. And it's just kind of following their high school, college years as they grew up in the 70s. It's a comedy, came out in the late 90s, and kind of ran into the early 2000s. It's a funny show. It's a great show. But today's episode is just it just has to do with Thanksgiving. And what I love about this episode is that Foreman's sister, Laurie, is home from college. She's coming home for Thanksgiving, and she brings a friend over, and her friend's really attractive and hot, and she's sleeping in Foreman's room, and she's kind of trying to seduce Foreman for whatever reason. It's never really explained why, but she just is. She's just kind of playing with him. Not really seduce. She is seducing him, but she doesn't really want much. She's just kind of playing and toying with him. So anyways, Foreman ends up kissing her, or she ends up kissing him, and he's contemplating if he should tell Donna. Donna is his girlfriend. And so that's kind of the A story of the episode. There's a B and C story. The B story is that Kitty is Topher Grace, Eric Foreman's mom, and Red is his dad. And Kitty is kind of stressed out and overwhelmed over cooking Thanksgiving dinner because Red's mom is super critical of Kitty and doesn't like her, and is very mean and rude to her. And so she is kind of just stressed out about cooking dinner. Kind of, if you're married or you're in a relationship and you ever had in-laws or your significant other's parents come over and kind of judge you, it's very relatable because you get really stressed out and kind of trying to prove yourself to them, or trying to want to not maybe accept you and show that you are worthy of their child's love, or who knows what. So that's the B story. And then the C story is Red is kind of working part-time, not really working a lot. And so Bob, who is Donna's dad, offers him a job, but he doesn't really want to take it because he's too prideful. Red's is a pretty prideful, old school man. I mean, it takes place in the 70s. He's probably been in the war, or some wars, and so he's just kind of an old school 70s blue collar man. The 70s show takes place in Wisconsin, so that's pretty much the episode. The thing about this episode is that it's not really it takes place at Thanksgiving, and it's really has all the Thanksgiving themes. They say Happy Thanksgiving a lot. Laurie's home from college for Thanksgiving. A lot of college students go home for Thanksgiving. Sometimes they bring their friends. The Thanksgiving dinner is kind of small, but then they have Thanksgiving dessert with a bunch of friends over, all of Foreman's friends, Eric Foreman's friends come over, like Jackie and Hyde and Kelso and Donna and Fez. And so, but they had Thanksgiving dinner, just the family, which is maybe 5 of them, and the roommate that came home from college with Laurie. They forgot the grandma. That was kind of played for last because they forgot the grandma. The grandma never ended up coming because she was upset or who knows what. But it's pretty simple episode. Has a lot of that Thanksgiving atmosphere, but it's a different atmosphere because I grew up in the 90s, 80s, and 90s, so I wasn't born in the 70s or grew up in the 70s, so I don't know if that's how it was. And I always wonder if kids today or teenagers today, or even college students today, who didn't know what the 90s were like or 80s were like, oh, is that what it was like? And it's sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it was like, and sometimes I'm like, no, that's not how it was like at all. And so for this, I know from the 80s and 70s that part of it was like that, the sometimes the smaller Thanksgiving or the bigger Thanksgiving, or how, like they said, coming over for Thanksgiving dessert. I don't know if that was a thing or just is it for the show. Like I said, I didn't grow up in the 70s, or I don't know, in the 80s, and we just had big family. It wasn't just come over for dessert or stuff like that. So that was something that I was like, oh, that's interesting. But overall, it's a great episode. Definitely Thanksgiving themes. They always say Happy Thanksgiving. It revolves around Thanksgiving, and yeah, it's not maybe the most memorable episode of on Thanksgiving top 2010 list or whatever, but it's definitely an episode that gets you in the Thanksgiving spirit. So for this holiday season, this Thanksgiving season, definitely check out that 70s show Thanksgiving episode. It's a season 1, episode 9. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
It's for you.
Hello, Mother Foreman. Just like I told you, I don't know, even half an hour ago, the kids will be there at noon to pick you up. Yep, you're right. I need to work on my attitude. Bye then.